Roman, I gotta tell you, they have a brand new Ford Raptor, and I'm thrilled about it. No, I'm not. You know why? Because they didn't quite do enough.
Nathan, no, you're wrong. Ford did exactly what they needed to do to sell the new Raptor and to improve it. And I can prove that to you because, there's no other truck, well, at least in Ford's lineup, that creates as much excitement and creates as much truck lust as the Raptor.
Yeah. So let's go on the list of problems. And I'll start with the biggest one.
Okay.
It's called the Ram TRX. Because when they came out with the TRX, everybody from Ford, in terms of all their fans, basically assumed, okay, Ford has to up their game in order to beat this vehicle. Now, they have made a lot of changes with this truck, but they haven't done enough to absolutely trounce the TRX.
Look, they addressed the biggest problems that buyers and everybody else had with the Raptor, and I think that is the exhaust note. So one of the changes that they made was they put in a cross pipe, and they let you actually select the kind of exhaust note you want. You want it quiet? You can have it quiet. You want it loud? You can have it loud. We actually have some of the exhaust note audio from their recent reveal, so let's play that and let you guys decide. I think it sounds good.
You know what, Roman? You're absolutely right. It sounds great. You know what would sound better?
What?
A V8, which is what the customers wanted.
TFL Insider new Ford F-150 video series is brought to you by our friends at 5 Star Tuning. These guys have been tuning Ford trucks for decades. They specialize in custom tunes that can boost power, increase efficiency, improve off-road capability, and the ultimate towing performance. Go to 5startuning.com, linked in the description below, and unlock the full potential of your truck or SUV right now.
Now, look, the bottom line is you can't...
I was wondering how long it would take to get to that.
It's not going to take long, right? All right, so here's the thing. Ford has a bunch of V8s out there. Now, I'm only talking on behalf of people who wanted this, all right? Whether or not the twin turbocharged V6 is more powerful than the V8 is not even part of the conversation. The bottom line is that a lot of people wanted the V8 back. Ford has still a lot of them, including the Coyote, which is a fantastic V8. And rumor has it that there's a couple Mustangs out there that have V8s that are extremely powerful. So why not put that engine into this truck right away, take on the TRX head to head?
All right, two answers to that. First, Ford has now confirmed that there is a V8 coming, and let's face it, everybody out there knows it's going to be the V8 out of the GT500.
Most likely.
Yeah, probably putting out 760 horsepower.
Which would be great.
By the way, is 68 more than the TRX.
Which is what people wanted.
And let's face it, Ford makes their money by selling trucks, not paying, electric car tax credits to Tesla, which is what, Ram has to do.
Yeah, Ram is paying out of the nose for an awful lot of that. But here's the thing about that, and call me crazy, but when you're building a truck, right, like these beautiful ones behind me, and I really do think that the new Raptor is good looking. You know why it's good looking? Because it has 37-inch tires as an option. Now, when you're driving with 37-inch tires, you're not getting great mileage, are you? Are you? No. See, right now they have 35s are standard and 37s are optional. And actually, a lot of the engineering that went into the new Raptor has to do with the fact that they needed to accommodate these tires. It wasn't just a lift; it was a whole bunch of things. Upgrades left and right, which is awesome. Look, but that's a lot of rolling mass.
Dude, if you're buying, a Raptor or TRX, at $2 a gallon, you're expecting to pay a lot for that power, right? I understand and I agree that we're getting around MPG in the TRX, but that's well in double digits, or at least double digits.
I'm really excited to drive the truck, if permitted. But the thing is about it, when Ford started building this truck, which was about 3 years ago, I think that they were caught completely flat-footed. They did not understand what the TRX was. And this truck is sort of a stopgap measure until they come out with the V8, until they come out with something that'll take it on. They started the game and they should be leading the game. So they, I think, had just enough time to build a truck that could take it on immediately. I mean, imagine it this way. Imagine the TRX came out and for 6 months it was absolute king, and then Ford comes out and goes, boom, no you're not. That's what a lot of fans were expecting, and that's not quite what they've done.
Look, I think you're missing the subtlety of the performance aspect of the Raptor. And I was missing it too. So you know, I'm with you on that, but I think you're missing it. So recently I was very lucky to take both the Ram TRX and the Ford Raptor high-speed desert running in Moab, right?
Yeah, right.
Right? You know, like very fast, you know, well beyond my capability level. And I was expecting that 250 so more horsepower, 252 more horsepower of the TRX would be, you know, a huge difference. And it wasn't, Nathan. I mean, the Raptor is pretty much the scalpel, and the TRX is the hammer.
No,
right?
I'll give that to you. The Raptor's like a rally car.
Yeah, and the performance of that thing is phenomenal, right? And so I think Ford engineers knew that. They understood that, you know, an extra 250 horsepower when you're actually desert running is not as big of a marketing difference as you might think. And so
Right.
I was just really impressed by how well that Ford does. And you know, it's a lot lighter.
Yeah.
And lightness is always what you want when it comes to performance, whether it's
I
on
agree
road
with that.
or off road. And you know, they addressed one of the issues, which of course is bigger shocks, right? So now they're 3-inch shocks, just like
The 3.1, I think.
just like the TRX.
Yeah, they're big.
And you know, honestly, if I were out there desert running, I think that the Raptor is every bit as good, if not better, than the TRX, just because it's so much lighter and so much more nimble and so much more tossable.
You know why you're wrong on that one?
Okay,
Because you
why?
haven't driven the new one yet. You haven't driven it yet. So I'm not saying it's going to be worse. It obviously won't be. They put a lot of time and trouble into this vehicle. I'm not trying to shoot down Ford on all their hard work. What I am trying to say is, because of a vehicle like the TRX, I think that Ford just didn't quite get to that point. Now, I could be totally wrong in a few months or a year or two when the R comes out. Here's a funny thing, Roman. Normally, there's about a 1-year gap after the new F-150 is introduced and then the Raptor, right? I mean, that's what it's been for the past few generations.
This year there isn't.
This year there isn't, and I wonder why that is. And I think they immediately wanted to rush this out there, get it out too soon, in order to combat this new pickup truck that they're fighting against.
All right, so two things. You know, somebody in one of the comments said, how long is it before Roman says that it's evolutionary, not revolutionary, right? And that's true, right? If you've got a winning combination, which is the Raptor, we don't know, you know, Ford doesn't break out how many trucks they sell, but we figure it's like 1 or 2 out of 10 F-150s. I mean, that's a huge success for them.
20%, you'd say?
Yeah, that's a very 10 to 20%. That's a very successful truck, especially a truck that has, you know, incredible resale value.
Yeah, it does.
Right,
Yeah.
and so when you've got this winning combination, you don't want to go out and reinvent it, right? You want to go out and you want to take what you have and take it to the next level by making it that much more better, not by like breaking the mold and starting over again.
But Roman, this is you're saying reinvented. The frame is almost entirely bespoke to the Raptor, the fenders, the bed, the hood, the interior, most likely the powertrain. We still don't have the exact numbers on that yet. The tires, the suspension, all of that is completely bespoke to the F-150 Raptor. So in a way, they have reinvented the wheel because they've taken 10 years of experience. It's been about 10 years. 10 years of experience with the Raptor, and they built up on it, and they built this truck. And the thing is that even though it is, you know, awesome on paper for the most part, once again, we don't have all the numbers, it's still not quite up there with this new player. And that's what I keep coming back to. I keep circling back to the fact, if you look at this truck alone, fantastic. If you look at it compared to the competition, not as fantastic.
You know, there is a lot more to a truck than just the number of ponies under the hood. There's the interior. The interior on this thing is spectacular, right? They've taken that new F-150, and they've basically taken all the innovations.
It's a hell of an improvement.
Which is including that cool stick shift lever that disappears, so you can have, it's cool. It is cool.
The minute you have a power failure and you can't shift,
Oh, for God's sake!
I'm sorry, if it retracts, right? That is an unnecessary thing. I think it's cool. But
They've raised the bar on the interior. It's so much nicer.
For Ford, they've done the one thing I've asked them to do for the past decade, which is make a nicer interior.
Exactly.
They've done that with the F-150. But with the Raptor, I'm not seeing it really take on and beat the TRX once again. Sorry.
I think, and I'm a fanboy. We've had the first generation Raptor, and we now have the second generation Raptor.
And they've both been great trucks.
And they have been great trucks. They've been dead reliable. They've been extremely powerful. They do everything a truck is supposed to do, plus they do everything that like a race car is supposed to do. So I think, everybody's going to point to the fact that it doesn't have a V8 and that it has less horsepower. But I think they're addressing that. And I think when you actually get down to the nitty-gritty of how good that truck is, I think that they've done plenty to keep it in the forefront of the super truck category.
I think that in the near future we're going to discover how good it is off-road. I could be wrong. I'm almost looking forward to eating my words because I want to see this truck succeed because I know how good it could be potentially. But I also know it's not.
All right, I have one thing that I think we're both not wrong about, Nathan,
What?
to wrap this video up.
Okay.
Where is Chevy?
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Who?
Yeah.
Well, Chevy's gonna, the Chevy guys are gonna say, all of you guys out there, GM guys are gonna say, well, we're building electric trucks and we're gonna have this amazing Hummer that's gonna cost $100,000. Yeah, but right now you're still building internal combustion vehicles. You guys could be building something that would compete with this and the TRX. Where the hell is it? And we were promised something and it never came. Although the ZR2 on the Colorado is still one of the best packages you could possibly get for off-roading.
Yeah, but full-size truck.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I'm hoping, that competition makes the breed better. There's one thing you're certainly right about, Nathan, and that is, the reason the TRX exists is because of the Raptor.
Absolutely. The Raptor started the game, the TRX came and kind of conquered, and now they're going to try to give steroids to the Raptor and make it even meaner, which I'm looking forward to. And I can't wait to see how good it is off-road because that really is the bottom line.
And that's good for all of us. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, check out TFL Truck today for the new Frontier video that was just released. And I think we got to do a Know You're Wrong for the Frontier, Nathan.
No, you're wrong about that. The new Frontier is a very different vehicle. Oh, yeah.
All right. See you guys next time. Ciao.